Welcome everyone to the study of evolution. Today I'll be teaching you about evolution and how it works using a fish me and my friend have created called the gas mask fish. However, I will not be teaching you alone today. I brought my friend Caleb along to help explain concepts along the way.
Wait, Caleb, you can't come on the video? Wait, what happened? Oh, really, your basement flooded? So you can't join the video? Well, how does that affect it? Why can't you come? Oh, there's some machines in the background? And it makes lots of noise so you can't record the script? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Well, guys, guess I'll be just working on this video by myself today then.
Without further ado, let's get right into the study of evolution. In order for evolution to take place, you have to have a clear variation in a species. Everyone, I'd like you to say hello to variation 1 of the gas mask fish, also known as the Boomerangus footballis, one of the species me and Caleb have created for this example of evolution. This variation of the gas mask fish has directional, controllable fins allowing for movement, a mouthful with gills for breathing, eyes with impeccable vision, and a basic body shape that kind of looks like a football, hence the name Boomerangus footballis. Enter variation 2. Variation 2 is identical to variation 1, but instead its mouth functions both as a spot of breathing and an extra movement boost due to the walls of the mouth hole being capable of doing contractions. These contractions will boost the fish forward as it swims through the water, adding more burst-like movement ability and faster speeds in the water. This variation species is what will determine which variation of the gas mask fish will survive. So remember, for evolution, you must have a clearly identifiable variation in the species. This will determine which of the gas masks will survive when we add in the force of evolution, environmental pressure. Environmental pressure is what will force the species to evolve. In this case, the environmental pressure will be a predator by the name of the aquatic ant, or scientific name Aquatis antis. This is another species me and Caleb created for the demonstration of evolution. This guy has mandibles on the front of its face designed to tear through the flesh of the gas mask fish. It has poor eyesight, but is made up for by its sensory antenna on its head, designed to sense out gas mask fish. It has limbs with spikes on the ends of its hands used for stabbing into and grabbing the gas mask fish. This functions as a tight grip so it can use its mandibles to slowly eat up the gas mask fish and tear its flesh apart. Finally, this guy has directional fins around its body to allow it to swim through the water. However, this predator has no other movement options to allow it to go any faster. In this example, the gas mask fish is pressured into evolving into a species capable of dealing with this predator in its environment. So, in general, the takeaway is environmental pressure is anything that is forcing change in a species. So whatever is forcing the change is called its environmental pressure. This will be the key in deciding the next portion of evolution, survival of the fittest. Going back to the variations, variation 1 lacks the ability to do muscle contractions in its breathing hole, making it slower than variation 2, who is capable of doing these contractions. If you bring the aquatic ant into the equation as a slow predator, which variation do you think will survive the most in its environment? Well, variation 2 will be better suited to evading the predator with its faster speed and burst movement option, allowing it to get away from the death grip of the aquatic ant. Unfortunately, variation 1 with its slow speed is more likely to get trapped in the grip of the aquatic ant, allowing for the aquatic ant to consume more variation 1 gas mask fish than variation 2 gas mask fish. This concept is known as survival of the fittest. Whichever variation of the species is better suited for the environment and its pressure will be the variation to survive, hence why it's called survival of the fittest. The last factor of evolution is a concept known as descent with modification, better explained as how the species has evolved over a period of time due to the environmental pressure. Basically, if you take the genetic variation, environmental pressure, and survival of the fittest, the output will be the descent with modification, so what your species looks like at the end of evolution after like years and years. In this case, the variant 1 gas mask fish will be heavily hunted by the aquatic ant, killing off lots of the gas mask fish that cannot do the contractions in its breathing hole. The opposite is true for variant 2. Variant 2 will evade the aquatic ant, drastically increasing the amount of variant 2 gas mask fish in the environment compared to the amount of variant 1 gas mask fish, because the variant 1 gas mask fish is getting killed by the predators, whereas variant 2 gas mask fish is weaving out the way of the predators so that it can survive. This means the variation 2 gas mask fish will be more common in the making of offspring. So if you have more variation 2 gas mask fish than you do variation 1 gas mask fish, the offspring produced by a gas mask fish is more likely to be a variant 2 gas mask fish. If you had a few hundreds of thousands of years, eventually the variant 1 gas mask fish will go extinct, causing the gas mask fish to have evolved into the variant 2 gas mask fish. So eventually over time, as more offspring are produced, then the amount of chances of it being a variant 2 gets higher and higher and higher until eventually there's a 100% chance that it'll be a variant 2 because there will only be variant 2. So there you have it. Variation is the base of evolution. Environmental pressure is what forces evolution. Survival of the fittest determines how the species will survive. And the descent with modification is what the species will be like after evolution has fully taken place. We hope all of you had fun learning about evolution with the help of the gas mask fish. Keep on sciencing, everybody. Peace.